Welcome back everyone, and welcome to your chance to cruise the world in 2026 with MSC Cruises. The opportunity of saying goodbye to home from early January to early May and really seeing the world. Over 118 nights, 32 different countries, 47 different worldwide places to discover, overnights in some of the most fascinating places on Earth, and so much more. Now, with us here at Cruise1st, we have an early booking price today, which will not only include your gratuities for the whole 17-week cruise, but 15 different shore excursions as you globetrot. And to sweeten it even more, select drinks included too, with included main and buffet dining through your whole cruise. It's going to be an epic adventure, and here's just a flavour of what you could expect. So, are you ready to see the world? Well, I'm ready to show you. Now, it all starts on the 4th of January in 2026. So, plenty of time to decide what you want to do in every one of these incredible ports. Now, we'll start by flying over to Rome, and at the port of Civitavecchia, we'll be waiting for you, the resplendent MSC Magnifica, and here she is. She will be your home for 17 incredible weeks. Now, of course, she's MSC, so she's very, very stylish. She has that wonderful Mediterranean glamour about her, mix of Italian and Med on board, so a really comfortable feel. You can see there's many places where you can just enjoy being inside or being outside, because you are literally seeing the four corners of the world on this cruise. It's going to be incredible, and I tell you what, there are some wonderful restaurants on board for you. You've got main dining, and don't forget on this you also have a drink and dine package, so things like wines and draft beers and other such drinks included when you're main dining and in the buffet as well, and that's right the way through your cruise, which is incredible given the price of this overall cruise, which is spectacular. And we've made you a rather handsome saving as well versus the price booking directly with MSC themselves. So we thank them for that brilliant opportunity. It's also our chance to showcase one of the very, very few chances there are to go cruising right the way around the world. And this is going to be quite some journey. So get ready to take a deep breath. You've seen the wonderful surroundings of the ship. And 17 weeks later, you will be very, very familiar with it indeed. So we start our journey sailing out of the eternal city of Rome, of course, the port for Rome, down the coast to Genoa. Now, most people head to Portofino when they're in this part of the world because it is just the most deliciously attractive and beautiful place. And of course, Italy is very, very chilled, very, very charmed and very, very beautiful indeed. Then we head down the coast, heading west to Spain, to Barcelona. Barcelona is a beautiful city, as we all know. We talk about it so much here on the channel, and there are 1,001 different things that you can enjoy. Now, you've got a couple of days at sea, and we are in Madeira. So you can see the way we're heading here. Madeira, beautiful. Now, there's one of the 15 included excursions while you're in Madeira as well, taking in the Cabo Giro, which is Europe's highest cliff, and seeing the Ribeira Brava as well, which is absolutely beautiful, just a little coastal town. Across the pond we go, and now we're in very familiar territory. We talk about it all the time, the Caribbean, and we're starting off in Bridgetown in Barbados, where you can just drink in the flavour of the Caribbean. We've got a good few stops in the Caribbean as well, because we stop next at St. George's in Grenada. They call it the Spice Isle, of course, so there are spices everywhere, fresh fruit, wonderful music everywhere. Make sure you check out the markets there. It's going to be amazing. Then we go to Bonaire, Crayland Dyke. Gothamere Lake with the pink flamingos there looks really, really tempting, doesn't it? And of course, there's many, many different excursion opportunities available from MSC as you go through your cruise. This is a wonderful, relaxed part of the cruise. And then we go into Curacao, which again is just beautiful, known for its tropical wonders, those fabulous Caribbean beaches. It really is the perfect way to relax, and this is the Caribbean leg of your world cruise as we head next at sea to South America, into Cartagena in Colombia. Now we've got an included excursion here, which is a historical walking tour, and some time for shopping as well, which is really good. So you get to see the highlights of the city itself and also get to go a little bit wild in the Isles as well. Day at sea, and we continue on to Costa Rica. Now, I don't know if I could ever come to a port like this and not go to the Sloth Sanctuary. You've actually got an excursion included here to the Tortuguero National Park canals, which is also called the Land of the Turtles, which is very, very nice indeed. You see it in the picture there. Sailing through the Panama Canal, and that, of course, is a miracle of modern wonders itself, of course. Really, really busy shipping lane and a really spectacular sail. And we find ourselves in Costa Rica, Punta Arenas. Head to the famous Butterfly Gardens here, or you've got the Montezuma Falls as well. Of course, this is the home of some of the finest coffee in the world as well. Next, we head into Nicaragua. Now, Corinto, you have many, many different choices here. There are beach nature reserves, or you can also head to a lovely ranch for a horseback ride here as well. It looks spectacular. Next, we go into Puerto Quetzal in Guatemala. Again, one of the included excursions here is your chance to explore colonial Antigua with its cobbled streets, Central Park, and there's a fascinating jade museum there as well, which is part of your included excursion in this particular port. But time to wander as well. Next, we head on to Mexico, and we're heading down the Riviera here to Puerto Vallarta. Now, tequila tasting is a big, big thing to do here, or there's wonderful botanical gardens you can just take a tranquil wander into as well. Cabo San Lucas is next. Very, very familiar port to these Mexican Riviera cruises that we see quite often here. Camel riding at Wild Canyon Park. You can take a Jeep tour here and drive through the Mexican desert as well, which is wonderful. Day at sea, heading up to the States now, and we start our American journey in San Diego. Lots of different gardens to explore here, and you can also enjoy a recreation of the Seville Alcazar Gardens as one of the attractions too. Then we head on after a day at sea to San Francisco. Now, this is one of the many overnights that we have, so 2 full days here and an excursion included here, which will take you through San Francisco itself and to the world famous Golden Gate Bridge. So you will have seen the highlights in your included excursion, and then you've got an extra day to make with as you want to and see this wonderful city. 4 days at sea, and now we're heading to Hawaii, starting in Honolulu. We have an overnight here as well, so 2 full days, and an added excursion included for you to learn more about Pearl Harbor, of course, which is one of the main attractions in this area. But nearby Honolulu, you've got many, many different wonderful things that you can go and do. And of course, the most incredible beaches to just lounge upon and say you've done it. 6 days at sea next, and we find ourselves in Apia, which is in Western Samoa. Now, this is very famous for its seafood markets. You can swim and snorkel here. And Robert Louis Stevenson had his former home here, which is now a really popular museum. Next, a day at sea, and we're in Fiji into Suva. This is Fiji Island itself. Now, Ratu Sakuna Park is wonderful for its views here, and the very famous Albert Park and the Thurston Gardens are well worth checking out as well. A couple of days at sea, and we're in New Zealand next, heading first to Auckland, the capital. We're here for an overnight, so 2 full days, and we've got an included excursion to the Auckland Museum, and you'll have a city sights tour there as well. But there are many other attractions in this area as well. Of course, this is a part of New Zealand very famous for its wine. Day at sea, and we're in Wellington next, again in New Zealand. Beautiful views up from Mount Victoria there, and lots of other attractions. The street art there, the museum, and it's a nice compact city as well, so easy to navigate. A few days at sea, and we're heading to Australia next, to Sydney. Now, we have an overnight here as well, so 2 full days, and an included excursion as well, which is discovering Sydney, which will give you all of the highlights. But then, of course, you've got that extra day if there's something in particular you want to see. You want to get a little bit closer to the Opera House, maybe. Then we've got 3 days at sea, and we're in Townsville, Australia. So we're at the top of Australia this time, Queensland. Now you can head up to the outback here. You can just very much relax in Townsville itself, head down the Strand and just enjoy the beaches. Next, we're in Cairns. Now, this is your incredible gateway to the Great Barrier Reef. This is where lots of excursions here will take you out onto that incredible Great Barrier Reef, and everyone does it. It's got to be seen. It's vast and beautiful. 5 days at sea, heading north to the Philippines next, and we start in the capital, Manila. We're here for an overnight as well, so 2 full days, and another excursion included here as well. Where you explore both the old and the new Manila as well, which is really, really lovely. And again, you might have chance there to enjoy the other views and attractions too. A day at sea, we're in Taiwan next. This is Keelung, which is the port for Taipei. Now you can take the Maokong gondola here, or you can just enjoy seeing the temples and the market. So it's a really incredible part of the world. So from Taiwan, we head to Japan next, and we start on Ishigaki Island, a very small island here. Just enjoy the tropical paradise, actually. Wonderful jungles that you can explore, and of course, incredible beaches too. Next, we head to Okinawa. Now, we're heading to the Southeast Botanical Gardens here because they are just spectacular with the lovely orchids and fauna. And this is just a lovely, lovely place to just relax and just enjoy and drink in the marvel of Japan. Next, a couple of days at sea to the capital, Tokyo, here for an overnight as well, so 2 full days here, and an excursion included called A Glimpse of Tokyo. Plus, of course, you've got plenty of days and time to actually explore the city itself. It's stunning and well worth seeing. Next, a day at sea to Nagasaki. Now, you can head downtown here to try the local dishes, or you can just sit in one of the wonderful parks and monuments that are just around and just enjoy the view and the people watching. I think it would be fascinating. We head next to South Korea, Busan. Head on to the Songdo Transparent Skywalk here to see the other islands. It really is absolutely incredible. There's nothing like it anywhere else in the world, and you get a great view of the city. Day at sea, and we're in China now, Shanghai. So you can see the Shanghai Tower here, get a wonderful view up from the 118th floor. I'm taking it there will be a lift. And you can also see the Tianzifang, which is authentic street culture area full of arts and wonderful shopping. Hong Kong we're in next after a couple of days at sea. High-rise city, of course, very, very famous. Lots to see here as well. And of course, it has Disneyland, bizarrely, which you could go to. Back into China, into Shenzhen next. And you can head to SeaWorld Plaza here where there's amazing shopping, great parks, and the Culture and Arts Centre. And I would love to see that miniature world in the top picture there. Looks fascinating. We're heading off to Vietnam now. We're heading into Chiang Mai, where again you have an included excursion here, the historical highlights of Da Nang, which is going to give you a fascinating insight into the history, the old and the new, and the wonderful traditions of this part of the world. Absolutely beautiful. Day at sea, and a place we're all very familiar with, Singapore. We're here for a day so you can enjoy the gardens by the bay, the wonderful views there, the incredible shopping that you can do in Singapore here as well. And I'm guessing you'll definitely be back for another visit one day. Next, we're in Kuala Lumpur, the Port Keelang for Kuala Lumpur. Highlights excursion here is included in your World Cruise offer as well, which is incredible. So you will get to see the sights of the city, which you think is really, really good. A lot of these places that you may be unfamiliar with. Penang is next. Some of the best street food in Asia here. Head into Georgetown, which is absolutely stunning. UNESCO protected. Make sure you take your camera here. It is beautiful. 2 days at sea, and we're in Sri Lanka, the capital first, Colombo, which again is just beautiful. We are here with an included tour as well, the colours of Colombo, and you'll also see one of the local traditional shows as part of this day here in Colombo as well, which is wonderful. 4 days at sea, and we're in a very, very different location, Dubai now, and we are here for an overnight, so 2 full days and an excursion included here. The new wonders of Dubai. Now listen, I can't even tell you what they are, because by 2026 there will be new ones, and that tour which is included will take you there as well. Next, we head to Oman, into Kasab. Now, this is rocky scenery, beautiful coastlines. You can visit the Smuggler's Port here and just watch the comings and goings, or head more into the Omani fjords, which are fascinating. You never imagine fjords in this part of the world, do you really? Muscat is next. Now, this is an incredible place to go and visit. The Grand Mosque is always top of most people's lists. There's a massive aquarium there as well, or just wander the waterfronts or head out on an excursion. 5 days at sea into Jordan next, and we're into Aqaba, so tours to Petra here, of course, with all of its wonderful history, or heading maybe into the Wadi Araba desert and seeing how the indigenous people actually live in this part of the world. Transiting next through the Suez Canal, and we're in Greece, in Heraklion, with an excursion included here as well, taking you to the Palace of Knossos, and time for shopping as well. I love it when an excursion has shopping time included as well. I think that's fantastic. A day at sea, and it's May the 2nd, and we arrive back into Civitavecchia, which is the port for Rome, for, of course, your included flight back to the UK. So there is the world at your fingertips. 17 incredible weeks, 118 incredible nights, literally taking you right the way around the world. I don't know which part of this I'm more excited for you about this. There will be parts of the world, even if you feel like you're well travelled, there will be parts of the world that you've been gasping to explore for a long, long time. And a world cruise is a great opportunity to do that. And I think the perfect cruise for a world event like this is someone like MSC. They've been travelling the world seas for many, many years. They've got an amazing team on board. Lots of excursion opportunities as you make your way around the world. And you've got a fair few excursions, 15 different excursions actually included in your price as well. Gratuities, so service charges. You can imagine on a regular cruise how much tipping for 118 nights might be. Well, your gratuities on an MSC cruises, it's a given, are included, which is incredible. That's 17 weeks worth of being looked after in terms of your stateroom, having the most wonderful service in the bars, the lounges, the restaurants. When we're talking about dining as well, by the way, when you dine in the main restaurants all the way through your world cruise, remember 17 weeks worth of cruise, you've actually got a drink and dine package included in our offer here, which means that when you dine in the main restaurant or the buffet, there's a selection of drinks that are included as part of that offer as well. Isn't that amazing? I mean, I don't know how we could have put together a better deal for the price that we have here on screen, which is stunning, and it is a lower price than if you would go directly to MSC Cruises themselves. So it's an early booking saving right now, and we can put a deposit down because obviously we're looking at January in 2026, the best part of 2 years away. So deposits today start from just $2,200 per person, which I think is incredible. We are making a saving of over £1,200 per person against the price going directly to MSC Cruises themselves. So that's how good and how strong our relationship is with MSC Cruises. Now, of course, I mentioned before, your flights to and from Rome at the start and the end of your world cruise, they're included anyway. But if you want to add extra nights in Rome, either before your cruise, maybe you want to be there a few days before just to build up the excitement before you go cruising around the world, or at the end of your world cruise, you just want to be relaxing in a hotel for a few nights in Rome after your cruise, again, just talk to the team. Now, if you'd like to upgrade your cabin on board, let's have a look at the details for those, for ocean view and for balcony. And I tell you what, they are incredible price tags. I mean, and listen, I understand that the numbers in this show are all big considered numbers, but when you consider that your ocean view upgrade price is under £2,000 more, and it covers 118 nights of cruising. Now, that for me is stunning and incredible. And even your balcony price there, you would expect the balcony price on a world cruise, wouldn't you? Because there are, always limited places on a world cruise opportunity. So you would expect your balcony price to be probably double the price you would pay. This is a world cruise after all. This isn't a cruise where people are coming and going. This is a world cruise, the whole shebang. It is incredible. Now listen, you will have questions because however much time I'm given to talk to you about a 5-month cruise away, it's never going to be enough. There will be a question in your mind. There'll be something that pops up. You'll want to know the answer to something. That's what these phone numbers are all about. Call us right now, talk to the team. If you've been sitting and thinking, and listen, this is a decision you don't make right now. I'm not rushing you to the phones right now. Say, call, call, call. I'm not saying that because this is something that you want to sit and have a chat with your other half, probably watch the show again, look at the maps, go through all the itineraries, go through all the... Maybe you even want to go straight to the website now and look at MSC 403 and look through all of the destinations because I've only told you about the ports. Of course, there are days at sea in between those, so you can see the balance of sea days and ports as well. But you might want to start planning right now. But that's a slow process, I realise. But just bear in mind that this is an early booking saving. This is saving you right now today £1,200 plus per person versus the price of going directly to the cruise line itself. So we've got a definite incentive to do it right now. We've got the low deposit opportunity as well, just £2,200 deposit today would secure your place. So if you've been thinking about a world cruise, it's not something you say, okay, let's go in 2 weeks' time. You don't make that kind of decision. We are talking the best part of 2 years away to give you plenty of time to plan, to look forward to that as well. And listen, if you are relatively new to us here at Cruise1st, maybe someone else has recommended, oh, you should see this cruise channel, it's really good, they've got some great deals and some great offers. If you're liking the look of it, but you're less familiar with us, let's just give you 1 or 2 reasons why so many people do make their bookings with us.
With over 20 years of travel experience, when booking with Cruise1st, you're dealing with the cruise specialists. We can tailor-make the perfect holiday for you, adding hotel stays and exciting land tours so you can fully immerse yourself in the destinations you're visiting. As a fully bonded member of APTA and Atoll Protected, you have the peace of mind that your booking is safe with us. We've been on your TV screens for over a decade, and we guarantee the best cruise prices. If you find one of our offers cheaper elsewhere on TV, then we'll match or beat that price. We allow you to spread the cost of your holiday with many of our deals. Just pay a deposit today, and then you have until your due date to pay your balance. Plus, we're one of the highest-rated cruise agents on Trustpilot, with over 6,000 independent reviews, so you can be fully confident when booking your next holiday with Cruise1st.
So that's us and what we do, and I have to tell you, we have absolutely, pardon the pun, but a watertight relationship with all of the major cruise lines. I would say MSC in particular as well. We have an amazing relationship with what they do. We've taken a journey together, MSC and Cruise1st, and it is a beautiful marriage made in heaven. So the chance of bringing you a world cruise with MSC kind of ticks a lot of boxes here. And remember, on a cruise like this, I mean, it's a lengthy cruise. We're talking 5 months. Yeah, 5 months on a cruise. Yes, please. I can just see it right now. Do you know what I mean? I can live that life in my head right now. You can make it happen as a reality. Sadly, I can't do it because I need to be here to talk to you about more cruise offers. But when you think about it, you have got the chance of seeing the world with a cruise line where the service is just so impeccable. In fact, should we get back on board the ship, the MSC Magnifica? Because she really is, I mean, Magnifica, I think you can probably gather, translated to English means magnificent. And she is a magnificent ship and she has so much to offer. And the great thing about doing a world cruise is that you can really pace your time as you want to. If you want to be involved in lots of activities, there are plenty of activities going on every single day of your cruise if you want. But if after exploring a part of the world, you just want to keep yourself to yourselves, you want to switch off, you want to just spend some time in peace and tranquility, equally you can do that as well. Amazing entertainment. Bear in mind on this world cruise as well, because there will be people who are not necessarily taking the world cruise but taking smaller chunks of the world cruise, as I'm sure the chance will be for you to do the same as well. We'll talk about that, I'm sure, in future shows or talk to the team. You'll actually be meeting people from around the world as well, which I think is fascinating, because I can show you the ship, I can show you the restaurants and the activities and the entertainment, but I can't introduce you to those people you haven't yet met from all the way around the world. Sharing the stories of the places you've just been to, sharing experiences of places that you're going to, sharing all that anticipation and that reflection as well. This isn't just a cruise, this isn't just a holiday, this is a real landmark in your life, if you understand. I mean, this is something very, very big. It's something maybe we only ever do once in our lives, maybe. You know, if you're fortunate enough, maybe it's 2 or 3 times, who knows? Some people live their life on the ocean waves, and good luck to them, I say. But here is your journey, taking you over 118 nights, literally from one side of the globe to the other. And there's not one part of that itinerary that I think, oh, I'm not sure if I ever really fancy that part of the world. I mean, seeing America and South America, beautiful. Seeing the Caribbean, incredible. Going out to the Far East, seeing Japan and Hong Kong and Singapore, into Vietnam and places like that, incredible. Dipping into Australia there and New Zealand. Brilliant to come back to say that you've done all of these different things in one holiday. And listen, I mean, I guess it's kind of wrong to accuse this of being a holiday. It's more of a way of life, isn't it? I mean, it's nearly half a year, for heaven's sake. I mean, that's something to comprehend. But you know what? Life's a funny old thing, isn't it? An opportunity comes to us at the strangest of times. And we find ourselves, for one reason or another, in the situation where this is the right time for something like this. Now, you and I both know that I could quite easily, very easily, with cruise lines that we feature here on the channel, I could be talking to you about a world cruise adventure that costs you £60,000, £70,000 to go and do a world cruise, you know, in style, in the top grade of this, that and the other. We absolutely know that. I think the value that this represents is not something you ever imagined you would be able to get a world cruise for. There's so much included here as well, with it being MSC, so service charges, 5 months away, and your service charges are included in your price tag. Dining, so much dining on board included, and as part of our offer, drinks included when you main dine or dine in the buffet as well. There are some drinks included there as well. Every night of your cruise, 15 included shore excursions as you go around the world. And more importantly, the chance for you to make an early booking saving right now. That's what I'm proudest of right now. At this price here, we are saving today over £1,200 per person against the price of going directly to MSC. And I say that with all due respect and love to them. It's our relationship that have given us this early opportunity here at 12,699. Now listen, I know decisions can't be made now, maybe not even today, maybe not even this week, but start the conversation with your other half. Start the conversation with family. If you're thinking of taking a world cruise together with other members of the family, fantastic. We would love to hear from you. And then when you're ready, call us free, and let's talk more about this opportunity, or go to our website, Cruise1st.tv, pop in MSC 403 into the search box there, and you'll get all of the information that you need. I tell you what, I've loved talking about that cruise. 5 months on a world cruise. I can dream, you can actually do it. Till we meet again, take care.